case you missed it, we have a recap of some of today's top stories for you now.
Yeah, yesterday, a jury found former President Donald Trump guilty of 34 felony crimes in his hush money trial in New York City. He's now the first former U.S. president to be criminally charged and convicted. He could face up to 4 years in prison, but there's certainly the chance he serves no prison time at all, depending on the circumstances. The former president is expected to learn his sentence on July 11th. Just after the verdict was read, voters shared their thoughts on the outcome of the case and if it will have any impact on their vote in November. Well, today in Stanford Superior Court, Michelle Troconis is expected to learn her sentence from a judge. She's facing a possibility of as many as 50 years in prison if the judge sentences her to consecutive prison terms on the 6 charges in which she was found guilty. Those charges include conspiracy to commit murder, tampering with physical evidence, and hindering prosecution, all for the role she played in the disappearance of Jennifer Farber-Dulos. Fox 61 will bring you the decision from the judge the moment it comes in on air, and then we will stream the whole proceeding live on Fox 61 Plus.
The search is on for the person who killed a man during a fight in Hartford. Police responded to a deli in the first block of New Britain Avenue just before 8:30 last night. Officers found 42-year-old man unresponsive. Witnesses performed CPR to try and save him, but he died at the hospital. Police tell us that a group of people got into a fight outside of the deli. They say it appears everyone involved knew each other.
We do have some video that captured the incident. We're trying to identify the people in the video. We think we have a good idea what happened, so that's where we are.
Now, police say the man who died was stabbed. It's not clear if they recovered the weapon. If you know anything about what happened there, call Hartford Police. This marks the 9th homicide of the year in the capital city. And you're going to find more coverage on these stories on our Fox 61 News app. It's free. You can also head to fox61.com. And it is 8:42 right now. State Comptroller Sean Scanlon hosted a roundtable discussion about the mental health impacts of gun violence.
That happened yesterday at the Wakeman Boys and Girls Club in Bridgeport. Scanlon said it's clear that the epidemic of gun violence has more than just the physical impacts of the bullets. Of course, it affects how people feel, how they cope, and how they relate to one another. Scanlon said he's aiming to start something that's going to go beyond just one visit or one conversation.
I really don't want this to be one of the many roundtables I'm sure you've all sat at before, where a politician comes to town, they have one roundtable, and they think they've solved the problem. That's BS, and that's not the way I feel about this. I want this to be the first of many conversations that this group and groups beyond this have about how we can combat this and try to actually make real progress on it.
Well, the conversation highlighted the resources available to people who have been impacted by gun violence, be it directly or indirectly. And you can find connections on the links page. You can find those connections he's talking about on the links page of our website, fox61.com. There's a continued push to expand mental health for young children, mental health resources. Later tonight, the Community Child Guidance Clinic in Manchester will host a fundraiser to help expand and provide high-quality care to those in need. That's happening at 642 Hilliard Street at 6:30 p.m. Well, it's said that water is a teacher, a healer, and a mirror. Coming up, we'll have a program for veterans that's helping them find happiness and reel in relief with a unique form of fishing.
Stick with us. We'll be right back.